This video gives you a big picture overview of what to expect during your standard-sized poodle puppy's growing up period. This will help you prepare for your poodle's transition from a tiny puppy to an enormous adult dog. Standard poodles are a dog breed unlike any other. With their fine and fancy fur coats and royal prancing gait, even people who know nothing about dog breeds can usually name the poodle on sight. Many people do not know that poodles are bred in 3 sizes today: standard, miniature, and toy. The growth pattern can be remarkably different for different sizes of poodles. When does Do Standard Poodles stop growing? Like all large to giant breed dogs, standard poodles have a longer growth cycle than small to medium-sized dogs. Standard poodles can take up to 24 months or even longer for your standard poodle to achieve their full adult height, weight, and size. This also means that until your standard poodle is full-grown, it is vital not to over-exercise your dog to avoid damage to the bones, joints, and tissues. Why do standard poodles take 2 years to grow up? The main reason it takes standard poodles so much longer to reach full adult size than miniature or toy poodles is that standard poodles have a lot more growing up to do. These dogs will be very tall, which means long bones, bigger joints, and a great deal more internal development. What does the Poodle purebred dog breed standard say about average poodle size? The purebred adult standard poodles will be over 15 inches tall. That is it. That is the only specification that new standard poodle owners have to go by to figure out when their poodle puppy might be done growing. What about standard poodle adult weight? When estimating whether your standard poodle puppy has achieved the total adult weight, it typically weighs between 40 and 70 pounds. Female adult standard poodles often weigh as much as 10 pounds less than adult males. What is a typical growth cycle like for a standard poodle puppy? Some variants can be driven by genetics, diet, exercise, lifestyle, and other factors. Because the current purebred standard poodle dog breed standard does not specify a minimum or maximum adult weight, the only standardization breeders have to go by size-wise is height. This means that the only way to estimate your standard poodle puppy's adult weight might be to learn as much as possible about the weight of both parent dogs and guesstimate from there. It is also important to note that canine height is measured based on the dog's height from the bottom of the paw pads to the tops of the shoulders, sometimes referred to as the shoulder girdle or withers. 8 weeks old. The average height is 12 to 13 inches. 12 weeks old. The average height is 14 to 15 inches. 16 weeks old. The average height is 18 to 19 inches. 6 months old. The average height is 21 to 23 inches. 2 years old. The average height is 24 to 27 inches. Is there a reliable way to tell when a standard poodle puppy is done growing? Other than measuring your standard poodle puppy's height according to the timeline you just read about, you might be wondering if there is any more reliable way to determine whether your puppy is finished growing. Happily, there is another way to tell, but it requires taking your poodle to the veterinarian for x-rays. The best way to tell if your puppy is finished growing is to have your dog's veterinarian take x-rays of your dog's growth plates. The growth plates are special sections of the leg bones located at the very top of each long bone. They are made of cartilage and stay open or soft until the leg bone has finished growing. Your veterinarian cannot tell by looking at your standard poodle whether the growth plates have closed or hardened. The only way to tell is to take x-rays showing this bone area. Once the growth plates have closed, your poodle has reached their full adult height. However, your poodle may still increase in weight and fill out after the skeleton is fully formed and the growth plates have closed. Why is it so important to know when your poodle has finished growing? At this point, you might be wondering what the big deal is about standard poodle growth rates. Why is it important to know exactly when your poodle has finished growing? The reason is the soft areas at the tops of the leg bones, the growth plates. Standard poodles are incredible canine athletes who love running, jumping, swimming, and staying active. But if you let your still-growing standard poodle puppy start exercising intensely before those soft growth plates have closed, there is a real chance the growth plates and the bones or joints will be damaged. Once the soft cartilage of the growth plates is damaged, there is no way to go in and repair it. This can cause a domino effect where the joints and soft tissues around that bone also become malformed, with lifelong health issues being the sad result. How does spay or neuter impact standard poodle growth rates? As if this wasn't already enough to worry about, the timing of spaying or neutering your standard poodle puppy can also impact how long it takes your puppy to grow up. Scientific research supports delaying spay or neuter surgery until the growth plates have hardened. This is because spaying or neutering your puppy too early also delays the closure of the growth plates. When the closure of the growth plates is delayed, your poodle may grow beyond what is typical for the breed. Specifically, research has shown that spaying or neutering a puppy before its first birthday can cause a much taller adult puppy. Since standard poodles are already very tall to begin with, This is a strong encouragement to talk with your dog's veterinarian about the best timing for the spay or neuter surgery. Skeletal and physical issues associated with abnormal poodle bone growth. If you want to know more about poodle dogs, visit fluffydogbreeds.com.